I'm Griffin. I met most of you, but for those I haven't, Griffin, physical therapist for Slide Edge PT. Get athletes back to training better than they were before. Today we're going to talk about the burpee broad jump and do a little bit of mobility. Okay? So I just want to see a show of hands. How many have done a Hyrox sim or a Hyrox? Okay, quite a few. How many have done a Hyrox sim or just a Hyrox event? Sim. How many are planning on doing a Hyrox this year in Nashville or Tampa or whatever? Yeah. So, did you fail the first two? What were the first two? Oh, yeah. I think Nashville is going to be easier to get into, right? No?
People want to go to Safari.
That's fair. Yeehaw. Oh, is that? Oh, did they already say? Dang. Okay. Romantic way to spend the winter. Anyways, I'm going to go over the standards of the burpee broad jump because that's what we're focusing on today. So once you get to the burpee broad jump, you have already run 4,000 meters, done the sled push, done the sled pull, done the ski erg. Then you get to, yeah, exactly. Then you get to the burpee broad jump. There's going to be a line there. I'm just going to act like this is the line. I think it was yellow typically. Your hands are going to be behind that line. Your head can be in front of it. It's just your fingertips have to be behind it. Your chest and your thighs have to touch the ground. Then you come up. A lot of people tent their hand so they don't go past. That's a common mistake that you'll see, is if someone goes past, that's a penalty. Or if you cross like this and then jump, also a penalty. What's that? Yeah, you can't do staggered feet at all. Yep. So you got to jump together. And then when you replace your hands with your feet, you can actually go 12 inches in front. Okay, so you don't necessarily want to go right on top of your feet because let's say do some quick math. It's 80 meters. If you jump 6 feet, that's a pretty good broad jump. You're going to do about 40 burpee broad jumps. Okay, over that time, if you lose a foot each time, that's going to be about 6 extra burpee broad jumps that you're doing. So use that full 12 inches. I would practice that if you're planning on going to an event. Your hand placement so you can get that full 12 inches. Okay? So let's talk about efficiency too of the burpee broad jump. There's 3 different techniques. One, and the most efficient, the least fatiguing, is anybody familiar with wrestling? No? Okay, just me. All right. So you come up, you do a little knee slide, and then you step up. Okay, that's going to take the least amount of energy, but it's not the fastest. Okay, what most elite Hyrox athletes do, so the top 15 in the world, what they do is jump up here, okay, and then go. The other one, which is the fastest, but the elite athletes don't use that because it's pretty fatiguing, is you drop down, both feet come up, and jump. That's fine to do it in a workout, but if you're going to do it in a Hyrox event, it's probably going to fatigue you quite a bit, unless you're doing it with a partner, because then you have some rest, okay? What questions do you guys have on all that? Went through a lot, short amount of time. You do not. Nope, stay low, yeah. So what you're saying is when you jump, people stand all the way up. You don't have to do that. Nope. Yep, and I'd recommend staying low, actually. Right. If you're trying to go fast, yeah. But when people want to rest, I would not rest before your jump. Okay? So if you come up and then stand up and then jump, that's wasted energy. Use that momentum that you already have going for you here, right? Because you already have that forward momentum. So if you're going to rest, do it after your jump or do it on the ground.
making the jump, I can do this. That's not allowed.
No, you can. I don't think you can move your feet technically. Yeah, after you land. But to be fair, they're not as strict depending on what you're in. Like the elite Hyrox athletes each have a judge. But if you're just in the pro or the open, they're not going to be as strict. So, okay, let's do some mobility and then we'll try some burpee broad jumps.